its location along the lower Eltz River, Burg Eltz was constructed in the 12th century. In order to have a commanding view of the Elzbach Valley and the River Eltz, which ran around the base of the castle on 3 sides, the castle was constructed on top of a rock that was an impressive 70 meters in height. Among the few Rhenish castles that have never been demolished, Burg Eltz is one of the few. In spite of the fact that the French destroyed the majority of the Rhine castles during the 30 Years' War, the fortress was able to escape war because to the excellent diplomacy that was used. It is said that the castle has a resident ghost, despite the fact that it has been quite peaceful over the years. A daughter called Agnes was born to the 15th Count of Eltz. She was a strong-willed young lady who enjoyed playing as a knight with her brothers rather than dressed up in gorgeous attire. Agnes was nurtured by her brothers. In accordance with the standard practice of the period, and with the intention of bolstering the standing of the family, her father made a marriage pledge to the Knight of Braunsberg. Agnes met the guy she was going to marry, but she found him uninteresting and distant, so she made the decision to ignore him. After some time had passed, he received an invitation to attend a great celebration that was held at the castle in anticipation of the wedding. When Braunsberg finally reached the point where he could not tolerate it any longer, Agnes made another attempt to ignore him during the celebrations. He eventually took her into the dance floor and kissed her. As she hit him across the face, her first reaction was swift and decisive. Furious, the ashamed knight hurled his gloves at the feet of the Eltz family and rushed out of the castle. He was furious because he had been embarrassed. They waited nervously, making preparations to protect both the castle and Agnes, since they were anticipating that the knight would come back and assault the castle as a result of the contempt that he had received from Agnes. After many months had passed with no sign of the knight, the males of the family began to take it easy and headed off on a hunting excursion that would last for 3 days. Knights under the direction of Braunsberg staged an assault on the castle on that particular night, resulting in the deaths of the guardsmen. Agnes was not going to stand by and watch her house be assaulted, so she put on the armor that belonged to her brother and went out to fight at the same time. The moment she got face to face with Knight Braunsberg, she immediately began assaulting him. However, he was unaware that Agnes was hiding behind the armor, so he fought back and struck her in the chest, causing her to fall and ultimately pass away. In the moment that he understood what he had done, he raised the visor that was on her helmet and ran away from the castle, never to be seen again. It is the Countess' chamber, which formerly belonged to Agnes, that is considered to be the most haunted chamber in Burg Eltz. Both the combat axe and the armor that she was wearing when she passed away are still there in the chamber. It has been said by the personnel of the castle that Agnes is also known to roam the corridors, turning lights on and off and unlocking doors that are closed in the middle of the night. Not only have there been reports of a ghost knight riding a horse that has been spotted at the castle gate, but there are also speculations that it may be Knight Braunsberg making his way back to the castle in an attempt to ask Agnes for forgiveness.